Hi, I'm Jay Dover. I'm the IT Director of Liebert Cassidy Whitmore. We are a four-office, mid-sized law firm specializing in employment and labor law for public sector clients in California. We have 75 attorneys and 50 staff, so about 125 total overall. Well, as a mid-sized law firm, our IT staff is not as large as some of the larger firms. So we look to WAMS to give us that higher-end expertise, the network engineering level kind of stuff. So we can handle a lot of the day-to-day kind of stuff in terms of our network, in terms of our workstations, some training. But when it comes into doing major systems upgrades, major hardware installations, I always go to WAMS to give us that real senior level, expert level experience and help, for lack of a better word. I think with WAMS, when I pick up the phone and call them, I can talk to somebody right away. I think that's the most important kind of thing, at least for me, because again, we run a very small IT staff, so for me, the ability to be able to not have to jump through a bunch of bureaucratic hoops and go through and get stuck in some telephone tree and leave a message for somebody, I can always, they're very, very responsive. 9 times out of 10 when I call, I'm always talking to a person. So that kind of relationship is extremely important. One of the challenges of being IT director for a mid-sized firm is that we always got to balance our technical needs with our budget. So one of the things that WAMS really provides is that competitive pricing with big national companies who will remain nameless at this point. But they always give us that competitive edge, that competitive pricing, and often come in and beat it. Which is really, really great because, again, they're local. I can get a hold of them immediately. I can put a name to a face, and those things are always very beneficial to somebody like me who's kind of running almost kind of like a solo shop. So they are almost like my IT department that I go to. Well, there are 3 things that I like about WAMS service. Number 1 is availability. I know that when I have something, that a project that I'm working on, that I know that I can call them up and they're available, they can get an engineer out and work on it. The second thing, of course, is expertise. I know that when, if we're upgrading our DMS system, or we're putting in a new server, or updating SQL, or we're going to the latest Windows Server software, I know I'm going to get the best person for the job, that they're going to be qualified, they're going to know what they're going to do. And the last thing I think is follow-up. I think after the projects are done, I know that I can call them up and they'll follow up with me to make sure everything's working well, that we're on track in terms of the project, and that in terms of everything, in terms of configuring the stuff and even budgeting as well. So the follow-through is really, really important. And so those are the 3 things I like the best. Well, my experience with WAMS has been nothing but stellar. I feel that with WAMS, I actually have a professional colleague that I can go to for IT, my IT needs, my IT expertise. I also get a high level of expertise. So people that are very smart, smarter than me, because that's what you need in order to stay competitive. And I think finally with WAMS I get really great customer service. Kevin Haight, our rep, is just tremendous, and Ken Hernandez, the tech that I work with the most, just the guy knows everything. And I trust him. So I get that customer service and trust. And I think that speaks volumes for any company, IT company, IT consulting company, that you can trust them. That's the key.